I'm Miss Jackson and I'm going to talk you through how to use Accelerated Reader. This is a guide for students and parents about how to log on and how to use it. To access the Renaissance login portal, you can either do so using the School Frog page, so log in into Frog the way that you normally would and then finding the area for Renaissance, or alternatively you can use the URL link below. Please make sure that you use either of those two options. If you simply type in Renaissance, it won't be our specific school site and it won't let you log in. Once you're on the correct login page, log in using the I am a student button, using your login details, which you should know or you should have written in your planner. If not, please get in touch with me, Miss Jackson, or you can ask your form tutor as well. Once you're logged in, you should be able to see this home page for Renaissance. To check that you're logged in correctly, in the top right hand corner beside the home button, your name should be there clearly to make sure it is you. And you'll see a selection of buttons on the left hand side for Star Reader, Accelerated Reader and Accelerated Reader Articles. At home, you'll be using Accelerated Reader. I'm going to talk you through that first of all. So if you can click that button and we'll go on to the next stage. As soon as you've finished reading a book, we encourage you to log on to Accelerated Reader to have a go at completing a quiz to check your understanding of that book. And of course, we do have a competition going on in school with points in form groups every week. So once you're on Accelerated Reader, in the search bar, you can search for the title of the book that you've been reading. As you can see, I've searched my book, which is To Kill a Mockingbird, and I can click Take a Quiz and it'll take me through to the next page to complete that. I would say be careful typing in your book title, make sure you get the full title in and make sure it's spelled correctly so that it brings your book up. Before you complete the quiz, it will ask you a couple of questions about whether you're doing a quiz for reading practice or literacy skills. If you are doing a quiz because you've just read the book and you are testing your knowledge of the book, you would select reading practice, and then it will ask you how you read the book. So were you read to, did you read with somebody, or did you read it by yourself? So select whichever options are appropriate and then it will start the quiz for you. Now, another thing that you can do on Accelerated Reader is actually monitor your reading. So if you go back to the home page and select Accelerated Reader again, I'll talk you through how you can do that. Once you've clicked Accelerated Reader, it will take you onto this page again. And if you go to the top right hand corner, there are options for Progress and Bookshelf. And they take you to separate pages to monitor your progress over time and to have a look at what books you have been reading in your bookshelf. So we'll have a look at progress first of all. This is the progress page. It is just an example, hence why it is quite empty. But what we should be seeing over time is quizzes being completed and hopefully points being scored as well. Renaissance will set you targets as well based on your reading to help you improve for next time. Now, the other page to help you monitor your reading is Bookshelf, and this is a record of all of the books that you've read in that academic year, and it will also record the different scores that you got in your quizzes. So this is quite a helpful way of having a look over time to assess how you've improved and what books you might have already read. Another useful feature of Renaissance is this section of the website called Accelerated Reader Articles. Now, in this section, they have some short non-fiction articles that you or your child can read about lots of different topics, and then they can take a quiz if they so wish to check their understanding. As you can see, there are lots of different categories of articles that you or your child can be reading at home. There are also some new articles that they tend to advertise on the homepage there. So, for example, there's one about sewing machines, and there's an article there about American women writers. You can have a search in there as well about particular topics or things that you are interested in to read and have a quiz on. Finally, the last thing that I want to mention in this little guide is another website which is very useful, which is associated with Renaissance, called Accelerated Reader Bookfinder. And the link for the web page is on the top of the browser there. And you can use this to search for books to give you an idea of what you or your child should be reading, what might be suitable to their reading level, or what might be of interest to them, to give them a bit of inspiration for their next book. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this guide has been useful and has given you some tips and advice about how to access Accelerated Reader and how to use some of the additional features on the website. Please don't hesitate to get in touch if you should have some further questions or advice about reading. Thank you very much.